Before he died, the old man trembled as he placed a gold coin into his mouth. Then, with all the strength he had left in his body, he bit down on the coin. It was said that if people held a piece of gold in their mouths before they died, there would be special people who would come to collect their bodies. The organization would also judge the depth of the bite marks on the gold to determine the level of resentment the deceased had felt before dying. This would help them decide whether to avenge the person or not. This geisha was one of the clients. She had to receive hundreds of guests every day. The reason she was so full of resentment was because her husband was ungrateful. He not only took all the wealth from her family but also sold her to the casino, turning her into a tool for making money for him. It was only in the end that she realized her husband had been working with the casino owner all along, and this had caused her to lose everything. In order to take revenge on her husband, she had exchanged all the money she had earned for this piece of gold. Before she died, she hoped the man could help her fulfill her last wish. At that moment, the husband, who was completely unaware of what was happening, was leisurely drinking his wine. Suddenly, the door to his room was pushed open. The husband was startled. Before he could react, the boss told him that someone wanted to kill him and that he should leave immediately. However, the husband didn't seem to care, but the steel giant behind him grabbed his collar and dragged him out. The two of them got into a small boat and prepared to leave the city. At the same time, the man began to take action. He took out his bow and arrow, then removed his glasses and pulled out a specially made arrow from his backpack. Next, the man stared intently at the distant target. As his clothes burst open, he shot an arrow, and the two men on the boat fell into the river. The bodyguard beside the husband didn't have time to react and was killed instantly. The husband, in a panic, began to swim towards the shore as quickly as he could. But just as he thought he was safe, another member of the organization appeared. With steel spikes extending from the soles of his feet, he roared towards the lake. Taking advantage of the husband's moment of dizziness, he leaped over the river and killed the husband. His other target was the casino owner, who was clearly the real culprit. At that moment, a girl was already waiting at the door. The boss tried to harass the girl, but he didn't know that danger was approaching. The white-haired man kissed a piece of gold leaf, waved it around a few times, and then wrapped it around the boss's face. The boss was immediately cursed and, after a few struggles, became completely still. Then the white-haired man took off his outer garment, revealing the tattoo on his back. He was going to absolve all those who were burdened with great sins.